Welcome to Prime Cuts, choice racing action from America's grassroots racetracks. Today, we're at Boone Speedway in Boone, Iowa for the 2024 Frostbuster. It's night 4 with the IMCA stock cars, courtesy of Speed Sport affiliate IMCA TV.
Oh man, it has been a long time. For some of us, it's only been about 24 hours since we've been at a racetrack. Of course, it's the final night of the IMCA Frostbusters, and it's great to have each and every one of you here in the house and here with us on IMCA TV. Ty Hill going to be on the pole of heat race number 1. Your old Moose Lodge 104 post here in Boone brings us our Sunoco stock cars every Saturday night. Ty Hill out of Winterset 3H. Tyler Moore out of Lockridge, Iowa, the 9 Double Deuce.
In row 2, the 8 from Lake City, that's David Smith. And from Indianola, the 71K is Kason Keller.
The A11 is Tim Mueller out of Chilton, Wisconsin. And it'll be Cody Potter out of Pell Lake, Wisconsin, the 711. Larry Carge Jr. out of Pulaski, Wisconsin, the 36. Devin Smith out of Lake City in the 12D, and Austin Brands out of Boyden in the 17. As we ran through that so quickly, they decided to crash down in turn number 2. So here's what happens. I think there's going to be some cars get together.
Really?
Yep, I got a feeling.
Huh.
Ty Hill throws her on in there. There's Pot. Ooh, the 11A, or the A11, did not quite see that the 8 of Dave Smith was slowing down. And he runned into the back of him.
You know, you're right. Cars got together.
I told you.
Green flag is back out. You see what I did there?
Yeah,
We're
I see
underway.
what you did. There was a rules infraction there somewhere.
No, not in what I said.
Oh.
No laps down. We're going to try him back again here. We got 2 wide. Rows 1, row 2, and then the 12 car of Smith hanging out back, trying to survey what he needs to do to get around the drivers in front of him. It's going to be Ty Hill leading lap number 1.
Good to see Devin Smith back behind a wheel of a stock car again this year. Not his normal number. Believe he's a hired gun in that car tonight. The 12D of Devin Smith out of Lake City down on the bottom side. 3 deep. Time to sell him cheap down the front straightaway.
Wasn't he 85?
Oh, no. He was 81.
81, that's right.
Is he? Well, he's opened the door on the 12 car. Apparently the door ajar light is on the passenger door.
The door ajar
Speaking
light?
of door ajar, that's exactly what Carge is trying to do to Potter's 57 machine as they work down the front straightaway. This one is, well, it's like we said, there's fenders and bumpers on stock cars for a reason.
What a race for that second position, Jerry. The 577 of Potter, not even in the show right now, but he's about a car length out of a redraw spot. They'll stack up behind your race leader. It has been Ty Hill from the onset of this one. There's a second advantage now over that 36 of Carge in the 71K at Kason Keller, at least momentarily holding serve in that final qualifying position. Potter on the outside, Smith on the outside, but a blanket covers all 4 as they work down through turns 3 and 4. 3 laps to go this time by.
Down the front straightaway, it's going to be Ty Hill. Then it will be, there is Larry Carge right there. That 57 of Cody Potter has always had good-looking cars there. Always a regular at the 141 Speedway up there in Francis Creek. Ran their Grand National division for years and then stepped into a stock car, and he is bringing it as he's trying for that number 3 spot. But it'll be Kason Keller in the 71 and Devin Smith now going to the top. Hill's going to diamond it down. He's going to try to get the daily double, but couldn't quite get the run to turn 3.
I think Potter's going to have to throw some more clay on the wheel if he's going to race his way up into that 3rd spot. He's got a door opening right there as they work off of turn number 4. White flag is out. That will shuffle Keller back, but Devin Smith going to throw his hat into the ring. 3-car battle for the final transfer spot, Jerry, as they head into 3.
Down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be Ty Hill in the 3H machine.
No.
Look out. Potter goes around. It'll be Carge and Smith 1, 2, and 3. And
wow.
I don't think Colonel Potter ever spun out by himself in MASH like Cody Potter did over there.
That's horse pucky. What did he say? What, Colonel Potter? Horse cookies, or he had a whole bunch
Horse
of
cookies.
He had a whole bunch of weird
cookies.
What's up next? Heat race number 2?
Heat race number 2, going to see Josh Daniels out of Carlisle, the 25. Jay and Chris Wilkie out of Urbandale in the 07.
Row 2 from Glidden, the 5X is Aaron Holmes. And from Sumner, I think he moved from Waterloo. From Sumner, the 4 Junior, that's Russell Dammy Jr.
Yeah, it's good to see him back last night and here with us again this evening. Donovan Smith out of Lake City, Iowa, the 35, and Brandon Beam out of St. Joseph, Missouri, the 13 extra large.
And in the 4th row from Nashua, the 9R is Tyler Carey. To his outside from Battleground, Indiana, the 105 is Sheldon Oberle. And your 9th and final starter, all alone in row number 5 from Hamburg, Minnesota. The 92 is Dan McIntoon.
There you have it. 9 cars, 8 laps.
3 qualify, 2 redraw.
Ooh, is there anything else we forgot?
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Don't see many drivers in the stock car from Indiana, but Sheldon Oberle, great looking 105.
Oh, that was not a great looking. So that was ugly.
Easy.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, they're still crashing. But not hard enough to bring out the caution. And Daniels is like, thank goodness my ability to draw good was amazing tonight.
Ooh. UGL. Why? Here comes a black flag for, I don't know.
First bad dog, no biscuit to the 13 extra large.
Oh, the 07 is going off too. This was driving in the wind on I-35 today.
Yeah, that's what happened. The wind was at his tail. The 13XL gets in there and dumps a 105, and then Chris Wilkie says, hey, I want to party. He's the last guy to the party. He didn't get the invite.
1 lap down, 7 laps to go. It is
Donovan Smith's got damage.
25J is your race leader. I think they've all those cars were so pretty in hot laps tonight.
Was my answer correct?
Yeah, it was him. Donovan Smith has won the Frostbuster 4 times, most recently 10 years ago. Been a minute.
Yeah, just a couple days.
We'll go through that list as time allows, and I'm sure time will allow.
Yes, you see, look at Dan McIntoon out of Hamburg, Minnesota.
He started last.
Yes, he has got a 9-3 run right now in that 92 car. He'll work to the top of the racetrack. It's going to be Daniels, followed by Dynamite. There it is, the 92 of McIntoon. Now into the number 3 spot. It will still be Daniels, Smith. Got the 5X car of Holmes around over there in turn number 2. Get her going, get her going, get her going. Good job. We'll stay green flag. And it's still Daniels, your race leader.
Looks like we're halfway home in this one. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Daniels, Smith, and McIntoon, your top 3, checking out over that battle for 4th. Dammy currently holding Tyler Carey at bay. Daniels' advantage now is just shy of 7/10 of a second over Donovan Smith. 4-time winner of this event dating back to 2008. Also won in 11, 12, and 14. So his 4 wins came over a 6-year span. Trying to race his way to a heat race win here, Jerry, as he'll challenge down the front straightaway. Green high, 2 to go.
So with a pair left in this one, a pair on the bottom trying to get around the lap car on the top. Daniels, your race leader, followed by the 35 of Donovan Smith and the 92 of Dan McIntoon. Old Danny Mac right there. That's in the number 3 spot with a white flag out and 1 lap to go.
Front runner is going to run the low side off of turns 1 and 2. Still Daniels out in front with Smith about half a second behind him. He'll chase him around the low side of turns 3 and 4. Off the corner to the checkered flag will await Josh Daniels. Your heat race winner. Smith will join him in the redraw. Dan McIntoon will likely roll off 14th on tonight's A-Main starting grid for your stock cars.
We're going to go to heat race number 3.
That's appropriate since we just finished heat race number 2.
Well, I mean, that's
I like your thinking, Jerry.
You know, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it takes a long time.
That's why I'm complimentary.
It'll be, I love the positive reinforcement every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Shane Palmer out of Huxley, Iowa, the 7P, and his outside from Coon Rapids, Iowa, the 3S is Brian Snell.
Row 2 to the inside, that's Jason McDowell in the 15D, and to his outside from Grimes, Daniel Hagan in the 57H.
Hey, it's going to be Braden Richards out of Madrid, Iowa, the 11R, and look at that from Polk City, Iowa.
There's double skeet.
Yeah, a little skeet team elite action there, driving the Austin Miners number 8M in 6th.
And look who's starting 7th.
Well,
Braden's dad, Rod, from Madrid, the 23HR, is inside of that 4th row. Is outside from Aitkin, Minnesota, Corey Hill in the 68. And your 9th and final starter from Logansport, the 69. That's the Bobcat, Jonathan Logue. So stock car winner, as I said, Donovan Smith has won 4. One driver has won 3 times in the Frostbuster. This might be a little trickier. I will tell you his most recent win was in 2015.
David Smith.
No. He's actually never won a Frostbuster.
I think he's got 198 stock car wins, though.
Didn't come on a Frostbuster, though.
No.
Not here. All right, green flag is out. We're underway. Heat race number 3 is 6. For your Sunoco IMCA stock cars. The field works down into turns 1 and 2. It is Snell, your early race leader. Here comes the 11 car of Braden Richards. 8 of Miners working the middle groove. Little contact there between teammates. Miners bit off a little bit more than he could chew. Everybody going to keep things squared away, but Miners going to lose some real estate to the field as they complete lap number 1. Snell, Richards, and Richards, your top 3.
On down the back straightaway, it's going to be Brian Snell out of Coon Rapids, your race leader. Look at this, father-son battle right there to the top is Braden. To the inside is Hot Rod. Rod Richards, Braden Richards was side by side down into turn number 1 and 2. It will be working on in there. Hot Rod says, son, you've watched me long enough. You just stay up there and keep watching. I want the redraw. It's going to be Rod Richards with to the outside Braden Richards, of course. Sport mod extraordinaire into a full body car, following the footsteps of Dad. Says, watch this. I'm going to beat you.
They'll still remain in side-by-side formation lap after lap now down into turns 3 and 4. Both Richards chasing Snell off of turn number 4. That time at the line, it's Braden Richards by 59 1/1000ths of a second ahead of his dad, and they are reeling in that 3S car of Snell. And don't look now, but here comes the Bobcat. Started 9th on the grid, up to 4th as your top 3 trying to go 3 wide for the race lead, working lap number 5.
5 together, 3 deep to turn number 1 and 2. Brian Snell and Rod Richards. Brian Snell and Rod Richards raced together forever. They're both, that's where Rod's from. It's from Coon Rapids. Grew up down there, moved here to Ankeny to the Madrid area, calls her home, been here for years. Look at him on the bottom side. It'll be Hot Rod to the lead, Braden to the outside. It'll be Richards and Snell. And man, look at that. There's only 72 1/1000ths of a difference between the 3 of them last time. Lap cars coming. Hot Rod catfishing the bottom and ripping the lip. Is the 11R of Braden Richards with 1 to go.
Side by side at the lead, for the lead at the line that time, 37 1/1000ths of a second. Braden Richards was your lap leader. Here comes the Bobcat now trying to challenge Snell for the 3rd and final qualifying spot. A race for the win, a race for 3rd off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be? The checkers fly. Braden Richards races to victory. Rod Richards hangs on to that 2nd and final redraw spot. And Brian Snell hangs on for the 3rd and final qualifying position. What a heat race.
Have I ever told you I really have a love for IMCA stock cars?
They are the class too tough to tame.
Oh, no. There was some taming going on there, but man, what a run. Here we go, heat race number 4. It'll be Luke Ramsey out of Bedford, Iowa with the 17R. And it's the one with the gun, the Godfather from Orion, Iowa, the B31 of Todd Van Eaton.
Row number 2 in the I-80 from Redmond, Oregon. Is he living here now, or was he living here last
Winterset,
year?
Iowa.
Winterset, that is Dylan Solom. It is outside from Dubuque, the 8E of Mitchell Evans.
Row number 3 to the inside, Mueller.
Anyone?
Mueller. Jeff Mueller out of Boone, Iowa, and his outside from South Haven, Minnesota. Oh, it's my cheeseburger date. That's Andrea McCain.
4th and final row from right here in Boone. The 5A is Tyler Pickett. And your 8th and final starter from Ames, Dalton Roby in the 64X.
There you have it, kids and cats.
Did you figure out who the only stock car driver is with exactly 3 Frostbuster wins?
Devin Smith.
It's not a Smith, so I'll take out half of the...
Larry Silva.
No, he never won one.
I did see him Friday night, though.
Did you?
Or last Friday night. I'm going to go with Brandon Sharapata.
You're naming a lot of race car drivers who've never even won one Frostbuster.
Well, then just tell me. I'm done thinking.
And we're underway here in heat. Yeah.
I mean, I really haven't started.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Look out.
Mueller.
Ooh, a little do-si-do, roundy round down on the low side of turn number 2. Thought maybe he was going to go.
He's going to get going. Look at the battle for the lead, though, off turn number 4. Here comes, hang on, Mueller.
Oh, that's not a yee.
Somebody's,
there's an doctor moment.
Oh, you got, when the thing of it is, when you blend back into traffic, you need to stand on the throttle, not just kind of ease into it. Evans got a bad dog, no biscuit there in the 8E. In a bad situation, turned good there for the I-80 machine of Dylan Solom out of Winterset, Iowa. He'll sit right there with Van Eaton, and Andrea McCain had a good run last night. She was runner-up in a heat race, but here comes Tyler Pickett. Look, in the battle for the number 3 and final transfer spot. Battle for the lead. McCain pushes up, puts Pickett to 3rd.
3 laps scored complete, 5 laps remaining here in heat race number 4 for your Sunoco IMCA stock cars, the I-80. That is Dylan Solom still out in front. Todd Van Eaton giving chase. He's on the tail end of that I-80 car as they run low through turns 3 and 4. Half a straightaway back now. It is Pickett comfortably in that third and final qualifying position. A couple seconds ahead of McCain now, who is 1 out looking in, positioning herself for a front row start in a B main a little bit later on. Now Mueller getting back up to speed. He's not in contention for a spot right now, but this is good hot laps for him to see what he's got for the quickest cars on the racetrack. He may have the quickest car on the racetrack, all for naught though, as we've got 3 laps to go.
Yeah, he actually, let's take a look there, 77M. Yeah, he actually does with an 18.414. Imagine if he wouldn't have got dumped by the 8E, he may be leading this, or it may have been a battle between the I-80 and the 77M, but it's not. Mueller has raced his way back onto the lead lap, but it's going to be too little too late, unless the caution would come out between now and then. But it is Dylan Solom, followed by Van Eaton and Pickett coming to the white flag.
White flag going to wave this time by, and Solom's got company. Todd Van Eaton all over the tail end of that I-80 car, going to swing to the outside down the front straightaway. We'll see if he looks for racing room to the outside. No, going to diamond it back down to the low side on the tires. But Solom closes the door off a 2 down the back chute. Tyler Pickett gaining ground on your leaders. If he'd have gotten up into that third spot a little bit sooner, he may have contended for a win. As it stands, the checkers will fly. Solom will hang on to the victory. Van Eaton joins him in the redraw, and Tyler Pickett will join them both in the A main.
So there it is, Dylan Solom, and it will be heat race number 5 coming to the racetrack. And welcome to the Free Friends. Free Friends are here courtesy of our friends at My Race Pass for a little Facebook Live look-in. Daniel Ekblad out of St. Peter, Minnesota, there in the 18X, and Jerry Williams out of Des Moines, the 52.
In row 2 from Trenton, Missouri, the winner of the Frostbuster Thursday night over at Stewart. That is the 14B, Austin Bozick, and to his outside from Indianola, the 71 is Corey Pfeiffer.
Buck Shafroth, Orion, Iowa, the 92X, and Aaron Karge out of Pulaski, Wisconsin, the 40.
Row 4 to the final row. To the inside from Mason City, the 44K is Kevin Opheim, and Jaden Bear is the 20J from Kansas City, Missouri, rounds out your starting field. Trent Murphy is the driver who has won 3 Frostbusters. Steve Jackson won a couple of them. Jay Schmidt won 2 of them. Past Stock Car Frostbuster one-time winners include Craig Elliott, Nick Murdy, Bruce Belland, Wayne Gifford, Angel Munoz, Devin Smith, Dallin Murdy, and your defending race winner, Troy Jerovitz. So that goes back through your Stock Car winners list in Frostbuster history. Looking for our 19th Stock Car winner here tonight. Right now looking for heat race number 5 winner, as your pole sitter, Daniel Ekblad, will pull away from the pack down the back straightaway, leaving him in packs of 3 behind him, 3 deep for 2nd through 4th, and 3 more, 5, 6, and 7 as they work off of 4 to complete lap number 1. It is Ekblad, Buck Shafroth from row 3 up into that 2nd position, and Austin Bozick running in 3rd.
So they'll hurry on down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Ekblad on up front, showing the way. They'll hurry off with turn number 4, Ekblad, Shafroth, and Bozick. Austin Bozick right there. Your battle for the number 3 spot as Karge right on in behind him. But Ekblad is working that 18X machine on up front. The St. Peter, Minnesota racer is your leader.
Off turn number 2 now, down the back straightaway. Ekblad out in front, protecting that low groove and protecting a 1-second lead over Shafroth. Bozick joining him now. Aaron Karch is in the 4th position, but he's a full second out of a transfer. As your top 3 run single file down into turns 1 and 2. We're halfway home, 4 laps down now, 4 to go. Great battle for 4th, 5th, and then again 6th and 7th. All of that for starting spots in B main action a little bit later on tonight. It's Ekblad. He's got the field covered, Jerry, as we've got 3 laps to go this time by.
They'll work on down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Ekblad right there with the 92 of Shafroth and the 14 of Bozick. Karge back there with the 71 of Corey Pfeiffer. Top 3 going to stretch their legs and just going to hang out. Up front, Ekblad, Shafroth, and Bozick.
Caden Reynolds is checking in from home, which is I don't know why not here tonight.
He checked into the rear bumper of Murdy last night.
Is that what he did?
I think Dallin checked up a little bit.
I couldn't see that from where I was watching, and Kirk Niehouse's fan of the infield. It's kind of hard for me to see the entire racetrack. I do see the white flag waving now here for Daniel Ekblad. He's led from the onset. What?
Is it at least you saw that?
Oh, I did. Oh, I see a lot of things.
I see skies of blue, flags of checkered too.
It's Daniel Ekblad driving to victory here.
Is he a ribbon?
He has a ribbon. Buck Shafroth will join him in the redraw. Austin Bozick going to race his way from, it looks like, 17th in the A main. One more heat race qualifier for your stock cars.
It'll be Blake Lehman out of Winterset, Iowa, the 93L, and Josiah Molds out of Urbandale, Iowa, the 12.
Row 2 from Trenton, Missouri, the 95. That is Bo Eads. And as we mentioned earlier, defending race winner to the outside of that second row, the 0-1 from Iowa Falls, Troy Jarovitz.
Going to row number 3 to the inside, or the outside, it's Mike Goldsberry out of Reynolds, Iowa, the 0-2, and Cody Center from Des Moines, Iowa, in the dollar car.
In the 4th and final row from Scranton, the 23 is Cody Gustav, and your 8th and final starter from Lennox, the 81D, is Scott Davis.
There you have it. I also say if the caution light goes off, that means we're going racing, and it is off.
You did not lose your touch during the offseason, did you?
I didn't.
You know that when cars get together, the yellow comes out, and the yellow goes out, we go green.
My grip is still just as good by myself, I'll tell you that. Working on down in the...
Are there any other options?
No, there's
no! Look out, trouble in 2, 93. Wow, is that Lehman?
Yeah, that's Lehman around.
In layman's terms.
He got dumped, I think. I don't know. There is a arrow push on the 95 car of Bo Eads. He's having a hard time seeing which way to go. Green will stay out. It is going to be Josiah Molds.
Oh, he's got company, though. Molds with the lead. Here comes your defending race winner. Troy Jarovitz going to make a bid for the race lead down the front straightaway. Goldsberry right there as well, shaping up for a 3-car battle for the top spot. It is Jarovitz taking it away down the back straightaway.
So that work on down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Jarovitz, your race leader, followed by the 0-2 machine of Goldsberry. Then the 12 of Josiah Molds. It's like somebody parked on the nose of the 0-2. I seen somebody do that. There was 2 parts to that story last night.
Oh, was there?
Yes, there was. I just had to come to the right time to say it.
But isn't the other one here?
Yeah, the other one's here, but not in the stock car, but in a modified.
Why would we talk anything bad about him? He's here. We'll talk about this one here.
I'll talk about you. You're here.
No, don't do that. Good battle now for the race lead off of turn number 4, working lap number 5. As it is still Jarovitz out in front. Goldsberry remaining with it. 3/10 of a second. Separate your top 2. Another 2.5 back now goes Josiah Molds, trying to hang on to that 3rd and final qualifying spot. Center, Gustav, and Davis now on the outside trying to race their way in as the green flag goes high to the air. Just 2 to go.
Pair in the air. It is the 0-1 and the 0-2. Jarovitz and Goldsberry, followed by the 12 of Josiah Molds. Down the front straightaway, white flag is out. Somebody's already going home.
Working the final lap here in your final stock car heat race qualifier. Going to be Jarovitz leading them in off of turn number 4. He'll race to the victory. Mike Goldsberry will join him in the redraw. Josiah Molds going to roll off 18th.
It's going to be B-main number 1 for the stock cars. We will see on the pole Kaysen Keller out of Indianola, Iowa, the 71K, and Jonathan Logue, the old Bobcat from Logansport, the 6'9".
Row number 2 from Pulaski, Wisconsin, Aaron Karch in the 40, and from Pell Lake, Wisconsin, Cody Potter in the 5.77.
Austin Miners out of Polk City, Iowa, the 8M, and Corey Pfeiffer out of Indianola, the 71.
In row number 4, that is Lake City, Iowa's David Smith in the 8, and Daniel Hagan from Grimes in the 57H.
Jaden Bears out of KCMO in the 20J, and Tim Mueller out of Chilton, Wisconsin, the A11.
In row number 7, that'll be Corey Hill from Aitkin, Minnesota, the 68. Kevin Opine from Mason City in the 44K.
It'll be Austin Brands out of Boyden, Iowa, the 17, and Jason McDowell in the 15D.
Final 3 starters from Des Moines. The 52 is Jerry Williams. The 9 Double Deuce from Lockridge is Tyler Moore. And from Huxley, the 7P is Shane Palmer. So we've got 2 Bs here for the stock cars as well. 10 laps. Again, top 3 will make the A main tonight.
Oh, you know who else is tuned in?
Who's tuned in?
Miss B and Abby. The Wellens are tuned in. You know why they're tuned in? Because 3L's up fishing with driver.
3L what?
The 3L, Clint.
Right,
Him
Clint.
and driver, Jamie Sherm, they went on it's a fishing trip, but a couple days they didn't do any fishing.
Is it a boys' weekend?
I think it is all the time.
A whole lot of ugly going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a guys' trip for them; it's a boys' trip.
It's a boys' trip.
When Clinton and Sherm get together. Speaking of getting together, let's get together to see who the top 3 are to go on to tonight's A main for the stock cars. $750 to win, and she's a qualifier for the B&B All-Star Invitational at the Super Nationals, and it's the Bobcat. He is pouncing. He's got whiskers down, tail up, and some right side romance on a Saturday night.
Field works down the back straightaway now as it is Logue out in front. Keller and Potter, top 3 trying to break away. Nose to tail, they'll work the middle of turns 3 and 4. Now Potter going to swing to the inside, looking for some insurance, trying to put that Keller ride back into the 3rd position. Meanwhile, Karch and Miners side by side for the 4 spot as they work down the back straightaway. Good battle for position throughout the field. However, only 3 finishing spots matter in this one, Jerry. Top 3 race their way into the A, and it's 3 laps that we've got scored complete now. 7 to go for the Bobcat.
Hey, we're come on in. Top 3 breaking away. Miners back there working with Karch and Smith. Now Potter going to come to the inside of Keller. Battle is for second. It's a better starting spot in tonight's A main. The Bobcat, he's up front. He's got her where he needs to be in. Got her turned to beast mode. Flip that switch as they work on down the back straightaway. Potter working on in there, trying to make something happen.
It's like the A11, is that Miller or Mueller down there in turn number 4. Maybe out of harm's way as we have reached the midway point of this one, scoring 5 laps complete, 5 laps to go. Jonathan Logue, 1.2 seconds is his advantage over Keller now down into turn number 3. Potter still in 3rd. Austin Miners has broken free from Karch. He is 0.7 of a second out of a transfer in that 8M car, Jerry, and he's got 4 laps to race his way into the top 3.
Down the back straightaway, Miners, Karch, and Smith back there just getting some laps turned for next week's season opener. Oh boy, hang tight. Lap cars around in front of your leaders. Bobcat got scared, got through there on that deal, clawed his way through as Keller and Potter go 2 and 3. As they'll work off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway this time. Green high to the air and 2 circuits remaining.
You know, when Miners broke free from Karch, he was 0.6 or so seconds behind Cody Potter, about 65/100ths of a second. He hasn't gained any ground. He is still 0.7 of a second behind the 57 or the 577 of Potter for that final transfer. And he is flat running out of time, Jerry. White flag is out. It is Logue, Keller, and Potter, your top 3. And now under half a second, Miners has closed, and he is closing fast off of turn number 2, the battle for the final transfer spot. Lap traffic. No, there's no lap traffic, I guess. Here comes Miners, one time to the inside. Going to try to slide him up the hill over at turn number 4. Look out. Checkers are out. Wow.
That was big time squeezing and no pleasing.
Logue and Keller finish 1 and 2, and it looks like Miners crosses the line in 3rd. Wow, what a finish.
Yes. And let's get ready to move to B main number deuce. For the stock cars, we'll see Russell Dammy Jr. out of Sumner, Iowa, the Ford Jr., and Andrea McCain from South Haven, Minnesota.
Cody Center in the $sign from Mesa, Arizona, inside of the second row to his outside from Nashua, the 9R, that is Tyler Carey.
Going to row number 3 to be Dalton Roby out of Ames, Iowa, the 64X, and from Scranton, Iowa, the 23 is Cody Gustav.
In row 4, the 5X from Glidden, Aaron Holmes, and from Boone, the 77M, Jeff Mueller.
81D is Scott Davis out of Lenox, Iowa, the 02, the 07 out of Urbandale, Iowa, Chris Wilkie.
Row number 6 to the inside, the 8E from Dubuque, that is Mitchell Evans, and from Trenton, Missouri, the 95 is Bo Eads.
Going to see row number 7, it is a 105 of Sheldon Oberly out of Battleground, Indiana. In the 05 and the 17R of Luke Ramsey out of Bedford.
Row number 9, Blake Lehman from Winterset, the 93L, and the 13XL from St. Joe, Missouri. Brandon Beam, caution is out, green flag is up. 10 laps, top 3, final 3 qualifiers for your stock cars right here.
Oh boy, hang tight. Russell Dammy. Dammy's quick down the back straightaway to the race lead. Andrea McCain right there.
That never gets old.
I know,
that
I love
never
it.
gets old.
Whoa!
Dammy's got company.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dammy almost crashed as he got real close to the wall off of turn number 4, as it is all Cody Gustav. Here comes Mueller. Mueller going to work down there on the bottom. Cody Center to the top. Here we come off turn number 4. Mueller and Dammy. Oh boy. Going to have to insert the chip because you couldn't have swiped a credit card between that front and rear bumper. Wow. Everybody is on it tonight. It's Jeff Mueller. He's driving with a little redemption. He wants to get on up there. He's not happy about his heat race.
No, sure.
His Facebook post said it all, I think.
He was fast.
Oh, yeah, he was the fastest lap car all night. So now he's going to have to race his way from deep in the field, as it is Cody Gustav, Jeff Mueller, and Cody Center.
Working lap number 4 this time by. It is still Gustav out in front. He was 1.2 seconds ahead of Mueller last time. This time he's under 1 second out in front of that 77M. Center back in third, about 0.8 of a second. Look at the battle for 4th, Jerry. Man, it is tight there. Dammy, Davis, Wilkie, Ramsey, all fighting for the same real estate. One out looking in, though. They are a full second behind your lead trio in the final transfer spot. We're halfway home with 5 laps to go.
So they'll work him down into turn number 3 and 4. It is still going to be that 23 of Cody Gustav. Mueller trying to get him. They work off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Going to still be Gustav, your leader. Mueller and Center. Dammy back to the number 4 spot. And Scott Davis now 5. Davis working back there, but now look at this. Watching the eye chart and the speed chart, Jeff Mueller, neither one of them lie. He is fast. 17.921 to an 18.048. And man, Mueller is quick. Holy cow, is he running down the race leader in a hurry.
0.2 of a second quicker than Gustav on that last lap. This time by, we will see 2 laps to go as Logan Kelly puts that green flag high to the air. Mueller has reached the tail end. The rear deck lid on that Gustav ride. Now what's he going to do? He'll drop to the inside over in turn number 2. Slingshots off the bottom of that corner. He'll draw alongside, maybe now in front of Gustav. They'll work wheel to wheel off of 4 to the white flag. Jerry, just 1 lap to go.
It's Gustav and Mueller. Mueller's going to size him up down into turn number 1. Off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Jeff Mueller going to wheel that machine down there. Working into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Lap cars are coming. Who's it going to be? Down the front straightaway, it'll be Cody Gustav, followed by Jeff Mueller in second, and Cody Center going home in the number 3 spot.
Here's your scheduled lineup for your 25-lap main event for your stock car division. On the front row from Madrid, the 23HR is Rod Richards. To his outside, the 18X from St. Peter, Minnesota, Daniel Ekblad. In row 2 from Redmond, Oregon, Dylan Solom in the I-80. And the 01 from Iowa Falls, Troy Jarovitz. In the third row, the 3H from Winterset, Ty Hill. The 11R from Madrid is Braden Richards. In the fourth row from Runnels, Mike Goldsberry in the 02. And the 36 from Pulaski, Wisconsin, Larry Karch Jr. In row 5, Donovan Smith from Lake City in the 35. The 92X from Orient, that is Buck Shafroth. In row number 6, we have Josh Daniels from Carlisle, the 25J. From Orient, the V31 is Todd Van Eaton. Row 7, Devin Smith from Lake City, the 12D. The 92 from Hamburg, Minnesota, Dan McIntoon. In the 8th row, Brian Snell from Coon Rapids in the 3S. From Boone, the 5A, Tyler Pickett. In row 9, Austin Bozick from Trenton, Missouri, the 14B. From Urbandale, Josiah Molds in the 12. Jonathan Lowe from Logansport, the 69, is inside of row 10. To his outside, Cody Gustav from Scranton, the 23. In row number 11, Kaysen Keller, Indianola, the 71K. The 77M from Boone is Jeff Mueller. 12th and final row from Polk City, the 8M, Austin Miners. And the dollar sign from Mesa, Arizona, Cody Center.
Getting ready to watch 25 laps of stock cars doing stock car things here at Iowa's Action Track.
Solom with a good start. Thought he was going to sweep right past your front row starters. Instead, he's going to try to make it 3 wide over in turns 1 and 2. It'll be Rod Richards out in front. The meat and the sandwich. He will sneak ahead with a race lead down into turns 3 and 4. That will leave Solom and Ekblad to battle side by side. Now they'll fan out 4 wide for third off of 4. It is Richard Solom and Troy Jerovich, your defending race winner, into the top 3.
It'll be off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Hot Rod Richards, your race leader, down into turn number 3 and 4. Solom right there to the number 2 spot. Off at 4, down the front straightaway. Richards right there. Gonna hold him in bay. Troy Jerovich gonna go a couple lanes up off the bottom. Take a look to the outside. Jed's on the hustle. Off of 2 and out of back straightaway. Troy Jerovich, your race leader. Man, Buck Shafroth, the 92, thread the needle down the back straightaway as they come off at turn number 4. The battle is on from about 1st through 17th right now, Ryan.
And you look at Buck Shafroth. You mentioned how he threaded the eye of the needle. Started outside of row 5. That's 10th. He's already into the top 5, just a couple of laps in to this 25-lapper. They'll fall in single file formation. Top 5 work the bottom off of turns 3 and 4. Look out, the 11 car. Believe that is Braden Richards going for a ride down in the low side of turns 3 and 4. Hopefully he is safely to the infield. We will find out momentarily as the field works down into turns. Oh, look out, B-Rich. Don't back out onto the racetrack. Not good timing, as we are going to stay green. Richards now going to safely escape to the infield. It's still Rod Richards, Solom, Goldsberry, Jerovich, and Shafroth, your top 5.
Yeah, he got in there. What happened there is I've been watching the 12D of Devin Smith, been out of the car for about a year now. Getting back in there, he just got into turn 3, and Richards was a little hot in the throttle, getting to him, got him in the back, got him sideways. But up front, it's still Hot Rod, your race leader, followed by Dylan Solom. Mike Goldsberry with a fantastic run tonight in the 0-2, but Buck Shafroth in the 92 right now is a 14-4 run, a plus 10 for Buckwild. Maybe 10-10. Started back there in the 10th spot.
Got 7 laps now scored, complete 18 laps to go. It's still Rod Richards, just shy of 1 second. His advantage over Dylan Solom in that I-80 car, Goldsberry and Shafroth. And now it is Devin Smith into the top 5. Oh, Troy Jerovich, he was up into 3rd. He's starting to fade just a little bit, Jerry. He is tucked back into that 6th position as they work low off of turn number 2. Now the 12 car of Devin Smith trying to get a run to the inside of Shafroth, looking for racing room, and looking for racing room to the outside of Solom. It's Goldsberry. You got him 2 wide, 2 rows deep, 2nd through 5th, down into 1.
You can't pass by following, so you gotta see what's around. You can't go where you can't pass them if you don't go where they ain't. Down the back straightaway is going to be Goldsberry to the number 2 spot. Solom in 3rd. 4th is Shafroth. 5th is Smith. And 6th is Jerovich. He'll work it on down. It is Rod Richards. The first lap car he would come to will be his son, Braden. Looks like Braden's still on pace, but look at this. Here comes Devin Smith in the 12 car. Smith to the inside of Shafroth. They'll work wheel to wheel and door to door off of turn number 4. They'll work it on in there. Devin Smith to the bottom. It'll still be Shafroth with him by about 15/1000ths of a second.
You know, you talked about Mike Goldsberry having an impressive run. When he got around Solom for that 2nd position, he is now a full second ahead of that multi-car battle for 3rd. When he got to 2nd, he was 1.6, 1.7 seconds behind Rod Richards. He is now 1 second behind your race leader. You may have a battle out in front, Jerry, as we approach the midway point. We're still going to have a dozen laps to go this time by, but cross flags will greet the field. We are halfway home here for your stock cars.
Devin Smith got around the 0-1 at Jerovich and the I-80 of Solom as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, hang on, Solom a little crossed up, made a little bit of tire magic on the bottom. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Devin Smith right now trying to catch this battle for first and second. It is Richards, followed by Goldsberry. Devin Smith down on the bottom. Normally you'd see him rip the lip of this place, but the bottom is where the most traction is at, and they're working. Now the race for the lead. Here comes Mike Goldsberry. Rod Richards, you better not leave that door open because there's a party and somebody's gonna smack it. Here we go. She's on like Donkey Kong.
And Goldsberry making contact with the tail end of the 23 HR car of Richards. Nose to tail, they'll work the low side down into turns 3 and 4. They'll work off the bottom. Now Richards going to slide up just a little bit. Goldsberry going to go to work upstairs down into turn number 1. Well, thought maybe he's going to try to pass for the lead the same way he made his way around Solom. But here comes Devin Smith now, Jerry. He is 1 second behind Goldsberry. 1.3 seconds separate your top 3. And where did Jerovich come from? Left him dead in the water earlier. Went from 3rd back to 6th or 7th. He is closing in. He got a 4-pack. Racing for the lead with a heat race to go down into 1 and 2.
Devin Smith is on the button. He has come from 13th to 3rd. He's got a 13-3 run, a +10. Here comes Smith down to the bottom. He's going to side Goldsberry up into turn number 1. Richards is a sitting duck, and I tell you, Devin Smith has been watching these two race the bottom. He knows where they're quick. He knows where they're going to make that mistake if it happens. He's right there. Jerovich back in the number 4 spot. Up the hill we go, down into turn number 1 with 6 to go. Here goes Devin Smith back to the line. He loves it, Boone, to the top shelf. Devin Smith has found something. I think we found our sleeper, Ryan.
Smith going to work the outside now down into turns 3 and 4 while Goldsberry and Richards played bumper tag on the low side of the speedway. Now Goldsberry's going to fan out, let the 23 HR of Richards escape at least momentarily. Wheel hop down there in turn number 12. Lost his momentum as we have caution on the speedway. Yellow is out. Wow, talk about changing the complexion of an event for this one, Jerry. It is going to be Goldsberry and Smith right on the rear bumper of your race leader, Rod Richards, with just 5 laps to go.
Speaking of bumper, that I believe is what is laying culprit down there in turn number 1. Perry jumping out there to pick that up. Yeah, somebody missing a bumper. Now it's going to look like a door bar to be a door bar there off of somebody's car. This is going to change this one huge. Devin Smith, if you've ever watched that old pink and white 81 car, to the top is where he goes. We watched him 2 laps ago, got some runs to the top, hit the rumbles and stumbles down there as the cushion starting to stack up on the turn number 1, and just when he needed it, the caution come out. And this one, far from over with 5 laps to go. Kaysen Keller got the nose all bloused and gouged on that one. Whew.
Got a barn burner here for your stock cars. Great sport mod feature, followed up now by the Class 2 Tough to Tame. You said Devin Smith been out of it for a little bit. He is a past winner of this event in a stock car just 3 short years ago. He is looking to become the 5th different stock car winner with multiple Frostbuster wins to his credit. Rod Richards has led from the onset, looking for his first Frostbuster win. We'll find out what happens in 5 short laps. The green flag is out. We're back underway. Smith to 2nd into 1.
Goldsberry did not get a good start on that. Here comes Devin Smith. Smith looking around the bottom. Goldsberry broke traction as he let him get up. Now Jeff Mueller trying to make his way through deep in the field. Here is where it's going to get on like Donkey Kong, and we got him stacked up in turn number 3. We'll see if Cars can get going. Here goes Devin Smith to the top, off a 2, yellow.
Well, Devin Smith knows he can. He has some momentum on the low side, but that top lane is wide open. If he can get that 12 to bite, he is going to challenge Rod Richards for the race lead. But you know what? Race green, caution after 1 lap. All that can do is benefit Rod Richards. It's not going to allow any of his competitors behind him to build up some momentum to challenge or contend. It's a tough break for Karge. He got kind of caught up in the middle of a little bit of a
debacle in front of him.
Debacle, yeah, a little touch and go down there. 21 laps now scored complete, just 4 laps remain. It is now Richards your leader, Smith in 2nd, so he will have the option in that 2nd row. Goldsberry 3rd, still Jerovich in 4th, and Solom in 5th.
Taking a look here at the replay, you'll watch this Mueller, Ty Hill. Ooh, the door shuts right there on Karge.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Dan McIntosh nowhere to go, and then
things got, as you would say, right and tight down there. Not a lot of racing room for the cars that are on the bottom half of the speedway. But talking about the size of the track, I think we've got a track. Is it 930 seconds? We have a track, keep track of the track sizes of sanctioned facilities. I think it's 930 seconds.
Is that 4.5 sixteenths?
I don't know what it is.
Here we go. Back to the green flag. Smith will take the bottom on the restart.
Right?
Yeah, it's a 10 millimeter. He's home watching old Timmy Warner. Working him on in. It's going to be Hot Rod. Goldsberry's going to get hustled up back into the number 5 spot. Jurovitz has come to 3rd. Field of work down into turn number 3 and 4. Rod Richards right there. He can see it. Oh, Goldsberry about dumped it right in front of them. Guys 6 on back. He'll get it right and tight, ready to excite as we hustle off at turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Devin Smith trying everything, but the veteran Rod Richards is doing everything he can now. Troy Jurovitz, look out! Jurovitz.
Solom going around yellow.
Yep.
No, green is going
green
high.
is still out.
Jurovitz is off the pace. Solom mired in the middle of the pack. Not sure what all happened there as Rod Richards may have given up the ghost off of turn number 2. He's left the door open for Smith. Looking for more racing room down into 3 and 4. They're wheel to wheel through that final set of turns. Off of 4. White flag will wave. Jerry, just 1 lap to go.
1 to go, and Richard is on the defense. Here we go. Devin Smith on the bottom. Devin Smith, a class act. He is not going to rough him up for a win. He's going to win this thing like you should. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Smith seeing the opportunity. Not going to happen. It's Hot Rod to victory lane. Devin Smith, Buck Shafroth, Josh Daniels, and it will be Ty Hill, Dylan Solom, Cody Gustav, Todd Van Eaton, Austin Bozick, and Austin Miner is your top 10.
So Rod Richards now adding his name in 19 years of Frostbusters here in Boone. He is the 13th different winner. And he will be along with Jerry momentarily from victory lane. Letter wire to wire in the 23 HR.
Been a long time since we've got to meet this hot rod in victory lane. Brings the old Johnny Spa race cars. 23 HR into victory lane. Get ready to climb up out of the car. Put your hands together for Rod Richards. Rod, it seems like every Saturday night we joke about, hey, you know, one of these times we ought to meet in victory lane, but tonight, holy cow, you just had this thing on full kill to the bottom.
Yeah, man, it was fun out there and stuff. Track was really good and everything, and I just want to thank all my sponsors, you know, tonight and stuff. You know, Johnny Spa and the Johnny Spa race cars, they're dialed right on in stuff. So it just took us 2 nights to get our first win with it stuff. So thanks.
Ryan and I were talking off mic. He said, how long has it been since Rod Richards has won? I said, I'll ask him. I'll think he'll remember.
A couple of years. But no, I know the feeling now again.
So, like you said, coming to those late restarts, you know,
yeah.
the 12 is usually the 81 on the board. You knew you had your hands full. What goes through your mind on those last 5 laps?
I can feel them behind me and stuff, and I was kind of getting a little conservative. Then I started driving a little harder again, and you know, just trying to keep up front and stuff. So, but yeah, it was a fun night and stuff. So.
I guarantee you, with a little chill in the air, we're gonna meet the flat tire on the way home.
Oh yeah, we'll take a couple celebration beers here.
There you go. How about it? Put your hands together for Hot Rod Richards.